Coleman 22 EQC Chevy chassis motorhome. Pros. I'll go first since you probably don't have any. When you stop on a long road trip, most of the cab in the motorhome is staying cool from the front cab air conditioner. And if you're traveling with more than like 2 people like we did in Key West and you need to stop and have lunch, you can simply open the fridge, make a sandwich, sit in the dinette. Life is good. Pro. What's a pro?
That's a huge pro. The bathroom on board is a huge pro. If you got a Duke going down the road and say there's no rest stops, bathrooms are sketchy.
You can still do that in the trailer.
Yeah, but you have to pull over somewhere.
Yes.
And get into a trailer that's hot as hell.
Yes.
Because it hasn't had the AC on.
But it can still happen. But it is
miserable.
It is a little bit more miserable.
This thing right here, you don't even have to stop. If they want to go,
you should.
They can just work their way back there and do their business while they're rolling.
Sorry, y'all. Okay.
Anyway, yes, and it's easy to set up. It's easy to back in. Chevrolet chassis, it leans forward a little bit. I think the Ford chassis, it sits level.
A little bit more level.
So, anyway, we have a Chevrolet chassis, and it always leans forward a little bit, so there's no jacks.
There's no jacks because it's so short, which we thought it had it when we bought it. And the day we picked it up, we soon realized it doesn't. But it's not as bad as we thought. All we really have to do is put blocks under the front tires like they are right now, over there. Okay. What are you going to like about the trailer better?
Mostly, it's light enough to where I can drive my truck, which is a lot more comfortable than driving this.
This is not a luxury motorhome.
No, we knew going in it was a cheaper motorhome, but we still wanted to see how we liked it. And we liked it, but
doesn't have the pep and horsepower and get up and go, which we knew too, but we thought it would have a little bit more than it does have. Right?
I mean, I wasn't super surprised with it, honestly. But yes. It doesn't like the hills. It does fine if you're in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana, all the way into, you know, when you get in somewhere where there's hills, that's when you really notice it. Towing. If you're not towing, it'd do fine.
Yes, and we have to tow the Bronco because you normally need a vehicle to get around because you have this parked. So, we're wanting to do more mountain travels. This is not going to work for us coming up, so yeah.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah, less maintenance than this big mamma jamma.
Insurance and those were cheaper.
Yes, much cheaper. Insurance, your state, your deductibles, your premiums may all vary, but just to give you an example, I think we pay a little over $200 a month for this. We're gonna pay $61 for the other one.
Insurance, not
insurance premiums. So, right there, $100-something a month in our pocket, plus the difference in our note, plus the maintenance upkeep.
Yeah, this is another vehicle. People don't think about, you know, you have to pay for oil changes, and if you have a diesel, then you have the DEF system and all that, which we don't have, but it's a lot of upkeep. It's another vehicle.
Yep. So this is our last night in the old short bus. We'll see you tomorrow for a full tour of a new travel trailer. Do that again? What does it have that you're not gonna miss?
So the stereo in this thing has the tiniest volume knob ever made and the cheapest stereo receiver ever made. And it's a little silver knob. There's no grip on it. You can barely grab it. It sticks out from the front of the receiver about a centimeter. So it would be easier to turn this thing with a pair of needle nose pliers than it would be your fingers. And it's just
So how are you turning it up
pain.
on the way to Key West?
As you're driving, doing this.
So we're gonna have what now?
Now we're going to be in the Silverado. I can sit back on the steering wheel, change my XM radio, turn the volume up and down, and life will be a lot nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Be quieter, no road noise. Sounds like you're riding in a 747 in this thing going down the road. Silverado's quiet. It has carpet on the floor.
Silverado made out of real tornadoes.
Yes. That's correct.
All right.
That's
Life will
all.
be good tomorrow.